Okay, so I am having the fascinating experience of being freezing and having a hot flash all at the same time. So I was having a hot flash and then I took all of my layers off and it's very cold and rainy today and I went and got two donuts and an iced coffee and then I got very cold from the iced coffee and being outside with no layers and I am here to talk about. I know some of you get really worried about sugar. So, trigger warning, sugar in this video. Okay. So, I'm here to talk about how nice it is to develop a really like loving, respectful relationship with your nervous system in such a way that you don't have to have any rules. So, rules are really helpful when we cannot trust our body and when we need to like have an external authority who interrupts our connection with our body, we need a rule, right? So, like today, my body went through it, like hormones. I don't know what particularly, um, like triggered that. I guess, menopause is like, I don't understand quite why or when or how. But I had like a huge one, and I was like at the orthodontist with my kid, like laying on the um, little counter, which previously I would have been like, that's like inappropriate. But if I was two, I would have done that, right? So my life is just more like I just act like I'm 2 years old. So I was like, oh, I just feel so awful. I felt like throwing up. I felt like um so hot and just like so angry. I just wanted to be like, and I just knew I needed donuts, but I also wanted to finish the appointment because it was like so hard to coordinate the appointment. It's like a particularly tricky day for me because my kid has two appointments and a sports game and it's raining and we're going out of town tomorrow. So it's like all of my routines are out the door and there was like so much coordinating, which is stressful for me because I love a routine and I love to have like very minimal, like I don't like to have anything back to back. So I just knew I needed donuts and an iced coffee. And, I predominantly eat plant-based. I predominantly do not have any caffeine. But the great thing about not having rules and like learning to trust your nervous system is that in this day when I'm like, I feel like shit, and what I actually want is coffee and donuts, which are caffeine and not vegan, right? Um and I don't have to like be presentable to anybody. I can like lay on a thing at an on a counter at an orthodontist thing and just be like, I'm sorry, I just feel so crappy. And I can go get myself two donuts and a coffee and I can take good care of myself and give my body what it needs because I can be like in the responsive and I don't have to be scared like, oh, I broke rules, or I don't have to be like embarrassed or like questioning myself or like worried that I'm gonna go too far because my body just is, I'm in really good communication with it and it can tell me exactly what it wants and it's so nice. And I totally get why people have rules for when they have rules because without that like communication, it can feel really confusing. And it can feel really unsafe, but the more safety that you feel inside your body, like the more you get to just respond to it and take care of it, and you don't have to have any rules, which is just so nice. So, anyways, you know, just a plug for like the idea that the nervous system work is going to make you less able to push through and follow rules. But what it opens up for you is this opportunity to just be really responsive to yourself. And that in the long run, like I heard someone say, like success doesn't come from fear, like success comes from safety. And so actually like when you switch from following all the rules and like pushing past everything, there's an in between time where you're like, oh God, like, am I never going to do anything again? Am I going to lay on the couch and just like eat donuts for the rest of my life? And it actually doesn't play out that way. And you actually become more able to get more stuff done when you want to and because you're spending so much less energy on denying yourself and following the rules. So like I could if I had had a rule today about like I'm not going to have donuts and I'm not going to have coffee, then I probably would have spent the rest of the day on the couch feeling awful. But because I'm like, oh, let's just do it. Let's do it. I feel totally better. I got freezing and then I got freezing. My system, yeah, I got the sugar and my system balanced out and now I feel now I can be cozy again and I can, have my time with my clients and enjoy my day and I have like a renewed clarity around it's going to be fine that I do a different routine and my kids game got canceled tonight. So like everything worked out beautifully and yeah, it's just really fun to experience the not having to have the rules because there's so much safety and I wanted to share about it. Okay, lots of love.